Hey everyone, it's Bridget here from Bridget's Healthy Kitchen, wishing you a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, whatever it is you may be doing. I hope you're well and I hope you are safe. Thank you for joining me. Today is another edition, another installment of our Valentine's cooking week. And today we're making a very simple yet incredibly decadent little treat. We're going to be making a creamy white chocolate mousse, and of course that chocolate mousse has no gluten, it has no sugar, and it also has no dairy, which is kind of crazy because normally chocolate mousse has got a lot of dairy, a lot of cream, obviously a lot of sugar as well. I've managed to get rid of all those things and yet still have the most incredible treat, and I'm giving you a recipe that is perfect for 2 portions. So to Marie, I see you, my darling, how are you? This is perfect for you and Tom. Valentine's Day on Sunday, and it's guilt-free. So that's kind of good too, isn't it? Hi to Christine joining us from WA. I'm glad you were safe. But yes, we know fires, just continue to be safe, please, Christine. And to everyone else who's joining us from around the world today, yes, it's Valentine's Day coming up, and I do like to treat not just the people, I shouldn't say the people that I love, but it's also a great opportunity to look after yourself, because self-care, self-love is the best type of love. So even if you are at home by yourself this Sunday, doesn't matter. Treat yourself, please. Make sure you do. So good morning to Robin, and also good morning to Bonnie, coming to us all the way from New Zealand. So it's great to see you. Hello, Tracy, my darling, as well. And Deanna coming to us from the USA. Hello, my love. I've been meaning to get in contact with you, Deanna. I will be sending you a message soon. So to everyone who is joining us today, simple recipe. There's only 3 ingredients. And our white chocolate mousse, 3 ingredients. It's crazy. Come on down to my bench. Let's get into the recipe. Like I said, simple. Doesn't take much, doesn't take long, but it is so incredibly worth it. So what I thought we'll start with is the ingredients. So obviously white chocolate. Are you guys on a bit of an angle? Let me straighten you up. There we go. White chocolate is obviously going to be, one of the most important parts of this journey. So what you need to do is to track down some sugar-free, dairy-free, obviously white chocolate, which is what I have here. And I actually bought this from the supermarket in Australia, so it is quite easy to find. You may actually find it in a big block rather than in little pieces. Doesn't matter. Just source yourself some white chocolate that has no sugar and no gluten, and mine also has no dairy as well. So that's the first thing. Get yourself some white chocolate. The next major ingredient that we're going to be having in here is our coconut cream. So I am using an organic, good quality coconut cream, once again easily accessible from the supermarket. And of course, coconut cream is a healthy fat, so it's okay to have a bit of this in your diet. And these 2 are basically the only ingredients we're going to be using, apart from a little bit of vanilla essence. Nice and simple. So I'm going to be putting on my little pot here, because we're going to melt the chocolate in the pot. So I'm just going to put that on, just to bring it to a simmer. You've got my little, where are you? There you are. And the other thing that we're going to be to be mindful about is this particular recipe. You need to do it, start it a day before you want to eat it, because this coconut cream here has been in my fridge overnight. Then what's happened while it's been in the fridge overnight is the solids from the coconut cream have all risen to the top and gotten nice and hard, and then I've got a little bit of liquid down the bottom. So you need to put your can of coconut cream in the fridge overnight, and please use a full fat coconut cream with this one as well. You don't want any of that light business. And what will happen overnight, as you can see, is I've got this lovely hard top here, which is really important. And then, as I was saying, the solids have come to the top and the liquids have gone to the bottom, and all I want to extract out of this is actually the solid part. So you can keep the liquid part for like curries or soups or stews or something like that. Don't throw it away, but you just want to extract the hard stuff. So with my spoon, and make sure when this comes out of the fridge, don't be too rough. And be really gentle. Be really gentle. You don't want to, you don't want to mix the hard stuff with the soft stuff again. And so you just take that thick stuff, and we're going to be putting into my bowl here. Remember, this is enough for 2 portions, 150 grams of the nice thick coconut that has risen to the top. So just keep on extracting until you have 150 grams. And then what you'll find is that the, you know, like I said, like the liquid will be down the bottom. But you only want 150 grams. You can keep the rest of that in your fridge, you know, and use it for any number of other things. But that's what you want, 150 grams of it goes into our bowl. So that's our thickened cream. And then with our white chocolate portion, I like this, it's just kind of simmering nice and gently, which is good. Nice and gently, keep going down, nice and gently. And with our chocolate, our white chocolate, we're going to measure into here 75 grams, which is about 2.5 ounces. 75 grams of our white chocolate goes in there. So with this, we're going to take it over to our pot, and I'm just going to pop that over the top there. And what we are looking for is a really gentle simmer from the water, and I'm making sure there's only a little bit of water in here. So much so that the base of the bowl is not even touching the water. So that's kind of what you want. And this is what we call tempering chocolate or melting chocolate. And it's a nice and easy, very smooth way of melting chocolate. Of course, you can do this in the microwave, but I always find when it comes to chocolate that it can be a bit of a hit and miss affair if you pop it in the microwave. Sometimes it melts really well. Other times you might get burnt chocolate, and you do not want to waste your sugar-free, dairy-free chocolate because it is a bit more expensive than some of the other stuff on the market. So this way is a no-fail method. So it's why I'm suggesting that you do it in your pot as opposed to in the microwave. Yeah, I know it takes a couple of seconds longer, but that doesn't matter because in general, this recipe is really quick. So I'm just giving it, you know, a little bit of a hand with the melt there, but it's looking pretty good. Over to my bowl again. I'm just going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla is going in there. Vanilla is obviously going to help to give us that wonderful, it's pure vanilla. It's going to help to give us a wonderful flavor as well, which is what we want. Keep on stirring. Watch out for steam burns though. If you want to, good idea, grab yourself a little bit of a tea towel and just kind of hold the bowl like this. But just make sure also that the bowl that you are using is heat proof. So I know I just thought I'd better point that out just in case, you know, just in case you were wondering. My little glass bowl here is heat proof. You could use a metal bowl as well, but just watch the heat on that, because one of the things about melting chocolate in metal is it can get a little bit too hot, because obviously metal is a conductor of heat. Whereas I find that using the glass bowl, it actually does a really gentle job, which is what we want. Because the beauty about chocolate, and the reason why we love chocolate, is because it melts at a very low temperature. In other words, it melts at blood temperature, hence why when you put chocolate into your mouth, it melts without you having to do any work. I think that's one of the reasons why we all love it. So you can see now that I'm beginning to get a really nice smooth mixture here. It's melting down really well. Liquid. You don't want any lumps. You definitely want to have a nice smooth mixture. And at this point, you know, make sure that you're watching it because you don't want it to get too hot. So happy with that now. I've got a lovely smooth chocolate. I'm going to turn that off. And then we're just going to go straight over to our little bowl here. You see I've got this little tiny spatula, which means, of course, that I'm not going to waste any of this chocolate. Another really important thing is you don't want to waste anything. When things are a little bit more expensive, you want to get everything out of it. And because this is sugar-free, gluten-free, dairy-free chocolate, feel free to lick the bowl. Look, don't waste it. It's really good. Okay, so get as much as you can out of there. Go straight into the coconut. Keep that. That's important. You might want to lick the spoon or lick the spatula. And then just give it a bit of a stir. Mixing through. And what is now happening is we're just getting a wonderfully smooth mousse, which is what we want. You could even swap to a bit of a whisk if you want as well. And as you can see already, we've got like quite a thick mousse that has developed, which is exactly what we want. So just like that, you have now made basically chocolate mousse. All you would need to do is just to pop it into a beautiful glass that you want to serve it in. Up to you guys. I'm going to show you one that I did earlier. I actually left this in the fridge for a couple of hours to get really, really firm. As you can see, in this lovely little glass, it's that firm, which is good, but it's still really, really creamy. Because what you want to think about doing now is obviously decorating this, because it's Valentine's Day. It's for someone that you love. So I'm going to give you guys some ideas on how you can decorate this amazing mousse. So one of the ideas that I really love, and this is thanks to my years spent living in Australia, is macadamia nuts. Really wonderful, obviously nuts you can get all over the world, but Australia have the most amazing macadamia nuts. And I just have some lightly roasted macadamia nuts. White chocolate and macadamia are a marriage made in heaven. They really are. So you could think about, chopping up some lightly roasted macadamia nuts would go really nice, especially if you want a bit of texture in your mousse. And you could even consider like putting it in at this stage, when you are still in the mixing stage. You could absolutely do that, then obviously mix it through. Or you could do something like putting them as a garnish, which we're going to do onto this one. So a few macadamia nuts are really, really nice. You can also, at this point in time, think about doing fresh berries on top of your mousse, which would look amazing. Like something like fresh raspberries, whole raspberries, to fill up the top of that glass would be incredible. So I'll leave that up to you. You could also consider doing something with, these are some macerated berries that I have. So it's just some mixed berries. And of course, when you do berries like this, which is just you heat them up in a little pot, frozen berries, once you get to this point, of course, you get the lovely sauce, as you guys can see, that's coming out of the berries as well, which is another nice little option. But once again, berries and chocolate are a match made in heaven. You just need a couple of, spoons of that. A few of these macadamias go on. You could also consider a little sprinkle of inulin. Coco, would you do the honors, please? We've got one more little thought for you guys as well when it comes to, well, look at that. A little sprinkle of inulin goes on there. A couple days ago, you may have joined me in the kitchen as I made hokey pokey ice cream. And one of the things I used for that hokey pokey ice cream was hokey pokey candy, which is amazing. And guess what you can do? You can sprinkle. This stuff is so good. It's actually quite dangerous having it in my house, because I am completely and utterly in love with the flavor of this hokey pokey candy. So you can do something like that as well. A little bit of mint if you wanted to. But quite frankly, once you get a spoon, this is worthy of a restaurant. Let's be honest. You could make that. You could serve that in a restaurant or get that in a restaurant, and you'd be pretty happy. Just like that. And look, it's so incredibly simple. I think I need to taste it. I haven't done this for a while because I've been on boost camp, right? I'm not on the boost camp anymore. We got a couple of days off. So, what does it taste like? Oh, you're on an angle. What is it? Oh, there we go. Oh, you're still on an angle. Sorry. Ooh, okay, what does it taste like? Well, you want to dig down into the cream, into the mousse. Make sure you get some of that honeycomb and a little bit of macadamia nut. Wow. That is lethal. It is that good. That is lethal. Absolutely fabulous. I really, really like the honeycomb in there and the macadamia nuts. A great little crunch. I suggest you go get some white chocolate. Even if you're not planning anything for Valentine's Day, just make it for yourself. It's really fabulous. Like I said, it's restaurant quality. And everything in there is really good for you. So I hope you have enjoyed this recipe. I look forward to sharing more Valentine's Day recipes with you guys coming up here in the kitchen. Apologies for the busy mouth. I keep on looking at it going, where's my... So thank you guys for joining me in the kitchen today. I look forward to spending more time with you in the kitchen. Enjoy that. That is a good one. We have some great recipes coming up, including red velvet cupcakes, which I'll be sharing with you guys. Strawberry truffles as well. So lots of wonderful things for this week here in Valentine's week, here in Bridget's Healthy Kitchen. Until then, until next time, please be well. Please be safe. Enjoy the mousse.